I'm Brittany, and today I'm going to guide you through a stretch you can do either first thing in the morning or right before you go to sleep at night. You can even do this in your bed if you want to. So you can do it first thing when you wake up in your bed. You don't even have to get out of your bed, or you can do it right before you fall asleep just to help kind of calm you down, or use it to kind of get your body kind of moving in a very gentle way first thing in the morning. These are exercises and stretches that anybody can do. We're going to start in a crisscross position. So either if you're in your bed, you just sit up tall in your bed. You can have your feet touch the floor if you would like, or you can sit in a crisscross position. Or if you would like to be seated in a chair right now, that's fine too. The first thing we're going to do is lengthen the spine. So you're sitting high on your seat bones, and then just sort of start to tilt your head from side to side. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling out the nose. You can keep your eyes closed when you do this, or open if that feels better to you. And then start to roll your head forward and rock it from side to side. So rolling the head back and forth, maybe start to make a full circle. If you slept kind of funny or have some tension in the neck and shoulders, you might feel some little twinges here and there. Just be gentle and mindful of those feelings. So side to side. And go ahead and take your hands, interlace them in front of you. Take them to the back of the head. Gently press down on the back of the head until you feel a little bit of a stretch, and rock your head from side to side. And once again, if you start to feel maybe a little tightness in the back of the neck, maybe hold it wherever that is until you feel it kind of release. So there's really no right or wrong way to do this, as long as it doesn't hurt you. So you're rocking your head from side to side. And go ahead and release. Take your right hand up and over to the outside of the left side of your head. Now you want to make sure your shoulders are rolled back and down, so we don't want to add more tension in our body. So keep your shoulders pressed down. Gently press the head down, ear towards the shoulder, and hold here for a moment. And then start to rock your head forward and back. Very gently. And then you might feel, once again, if you are tight in here, if you have some tension that you carry in your upper body, you might feel little twinges. Hold it where you need to. As long as it's not hurting you, having a little tightness is normal. I definitely feel it. And then if you want a little bit more, you take your opposite hand and press the opposite shoulder down. And it kind of intensifies the stretch a little bit. Like I have some tension right here. Ooh, I'm going to hold it there for a second before I continue. And gently release, other side. Gently press the ear towards the shoulder, making sure the shoulders are staying down. And one side might feel a little bit tighter than the other one. It's totally normal. But it might tune you into ways that you're holding your body during the day. So think about that stuff. When you're doing stretches like this, where you're holding tension in your body can tell us a lot about how we hold our body when we're not even really conscious of it. We're not really thinking about what we're doing. Maybe how you sit at your desk, or maybe you're on your feet all day. The way you hold your body could really impact certain sides in certain ways. So once again, if you want to intensify the stretch, take the hand to the shoulder, gently press it down. Take your time. Don't rush through these. This is a form of self-care that I think a lot of times we don't really recognize as self-care, but we should. We should always try to make our body feel good and stretch. This is a great thing to do right after like a really hot shower or a hot bath because your muscles are nice and warm. So once again, just kind of roll out that head. Yes, all right. So now from here, if you are in a chair, you might want to find a seated position. You're going to extend both legs out in front of you and then pull your left foot in so that the bottom of your foot is on the inside of your thigh. Now, if this is not a possible position for you, you can always take the leg out a little bit. And then once again, seat bones are grounded into the floor or your bed, wherever you are, and flex the leg that's extended. So flex that foot, sitting up tall, reaching the arms up, hinging forward from the hips. Try to think about keeping a long spine and a flat back as you hinge forward. And then release your hands. If you can grab the bottom of your foot, great. You can gently pull the toes back. If that is not accessible for you, you can grab your ankle, your calf. Do not grab around your knee or your thigh, wherever it feels good. And then just kind of hold and breathe into this. I like to have my eyes gaze down so I don't add any tension to my neck. I don't want to crick my neck. So I keep everything nice and long and I look out past where I'm stretching a little bit. And then I just breathe into it. I breathe into this stretch. This one accesses not only the hamstrings, but up into the back. And that really impacts our anxiety and our stress in our body and in our lives. So if you are really stressed right now and you feel really tight in this position, that's why, because stress causes tightness in this area. So this is a really good one to do if you have a lot going on at home, a lot going on in your life right now, a lot going on at work, something. This is a good one to help keep things moving in your body, keeping you loose. And let's go ahead and switch sides. So gently roll yourself up. And then as I'm doing this, I like to make sure that I'm keeping my breathing nice and long and consistent. You don't want to hold your breath while you're stretching. That's kind of defeating the purpose a little bit. So once again, hold where you need to. Okay, I don't expect everyone to be low. You have to start somewhere. Especially if you're stressed, then you might even be all the way up here and you feel it. As long as you're feeling it and this leg is nice and extended, you're going to get benefits from it. And some days when I do this stretch, I feel it all the way up my back too. A few more moments here. Try to keep your shoulders rolled down. Luckily, you're doing this at home, so there's no one watching you, no one to compete with, no one to compare yourself to. No reason to do any of that. This is for you and your body. And go ahead and release. Walk your hands up. Let's flip over onto all fours. Now, if you need a little extra cushion underneath your knees, if you have a mat that you're working with, you can fold it up a couple times to put underneath your knees just to give yourself a little bit more cushion, something like that. You want to make sure that your wrists and your shoulders are stacked. So you want to make sure that these are in line. And then your hips and your knees are in line. You want a little bit of space in between the knees. And we're just going to take the hips from side to side first. Just breathing. And you may have done these before. It's called cat-cow. It's just a really nice way to warm up the back and the spine, just get things kind of moving. And it feels good. If you have been on your feet all day and your back is kind of sore, this is a really good one to just kind of just move in your back, and it just helps relieve some of that. Okay, so inhale, arch the back, exhale, round through the spine. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. So we're rounding and then arching. And every time you exhale, I want you to think about pulling your belly button in towards your spine. And when you're inhaling, you're pulling the belly button out like a balloon. So you're feeling your belly like a balloon every time you inhale. And then exhale, deflate your balloon. A few more. Last one. And take your seat towards your heels. Extend your arms out long. Child's pose. Quickly finishing, let's swing our legs around, coming onto our backs. Take your knees up towards your chest, open your arms out into a T, and then just let your legs drift from side to side. You want to keep both shoulder blades grounded onto the mat or your bed or wherever you are, and then let your hips raise, going side to side. If it feels good to you in your back to kind of just hold here for a moment and let that stretching happen. My back pops sometimes when I do this, so don't be alarmed if that happens. It's normal. Take it from side to side, and you want to just breathe. A few more here. And feel free to go as quickly or as slowly as you would like. And lengthen the legs straight out, arms straight out, full body stretch. Lengthen from your head, your fingertips, and your toes. Exhale, release. One more. Exhale. Roll your body up. Come to a crisscross position. Inhale. Lengthening the spine. Exhale. Contract. Inhale. Exhale, contract. And sit tall. Now is a moment where you can sit with your palms facing up. You can close your eyes. Take a few moments for your meditation, just to check in with your body and your breathing for yourself. I'm going to take that time for myself, and I hope you enjoyed this stretching. Have a beautiful day or a beautiful evening. Once again, I'm Brittany, and thanks for following along. Namaste.